channel. To all who's new or anyone returning, just welcome back. My name is Jaleesa Smith. I will be just kind of running you through my experience and my journey to a healthy me. I had the vertical sleeve surgery, and in this video I'll just be letting you all know, catch you up from my last video. So in this one I'll be talking about the Purred stage of my diet. I'll also go through my 2-week follow-up visit that I had with my surgeon, and I experienced some stalls. So I'll be talking about me stalling on my weight, and just to let you all know how I'm feeling. At this point, I'm about 4 weeks out from my surgery. So if you're interested to know how I'm doing or how things going, just stay tuned. So the last time I left you all, I was just about to embark into my Purred stage of my diet. So I did that. I'm gonna share just a few pictures of like some of the foods that I ate. But just to forewarn everyone, I am not a chef, and I am not like very adventurous when it comes to food. I've never been that way. I have like 2 or 3 things that I like, and I just eat the same thing over and over. So over these last 2 weeks, I've been just eating, well, during my 2-week diet, I was just eating pretty much 3 things. So I ate mostly the ricotta baked, which is like a go-to like key recipe for bariatric patients in their Purred stage. And all it is ricotta cheese, and it was Parmesan cheese, and you mix it up and you season it with garlic powder, pepper, a little bit of salt. Mix it all up, put it in a pan, throw some marinara sauce on top for 20 minutes in the oven, and that's a meal. So I used my muffin pan to make it, and that's kind of how I measured it out. When I began the Purred stage, I ate just one of those tins, like one of the circles. But I realized that I wasn't really getting like all the way full, and I talked to my nutritionist about it, and she said, oh well, you know, try like maybe just add a little bit more. So I did 1.5 like of the tins every time I ate, and by that I was like pretty good. So that's just one recipe I used. I also made this healthy modified buffalo chicken style pureed meal, and all that was canned chicken. I put the ranch dipping seasoning in there. I used like low fat cream cheese, and I used Frank's Red Hot sauce, and I put everything into a slow cooker, the crock pot. I mixed it all together, and I ate that that would last me like at least for, you know, a couple days. So between those two, those were my go-to like staple meals. But in between like meals, I still drank my protein shakes, and I also had some yogurt, and the yogurt I had was like high in protein. You can pretty much get any yogurts that you want, just as long, I was told not to get the ones that have like the fruit on the bottom or anything like that. So I had like different flavors. One of my favorites was the banana cream. So ate that, gave me 15 grams of protein in one sitting, and it went pretty well. So we have a special guest because he wouldn't let me be. This is Cameron. This is my son. So one thing I can say about the Purred stage that I noticed was different was that I did have to like eat a lot slower than I'm used to, and it wasn't even like purposely, like I just couldn't. I had to like feel everything as it went down, and like it just took me a while to like kind of just get through everything. So I would say each meal, like in one sitting, it would take me at least a half hour just to finish the meal. And then I would wait like 15 to 20 minutes before I would even drink anything, just because I felt so full. And I know that's the direction that they give you, but honestly, it's kind of how you would feel too. Like you would just not even want to drink or eat anything that fast or right away. So just a little key. So my 2-week follow-up visit was pretty quick. It was probably like one of the quickest meetings that I had. All I did was I weighed in with my surgeon, and they took my blood pressure, and I just had like maybe a half-hour conversation with my surgeon, just asked me how I was doing, if I had experienced anything like during those 2 weeks, and just kind of like told me what's to come in the future, and I was ordered a new medication. So the new medication that I was ordered, I'm not even going to try to say it, I'm just going to put it on the screen. But basically it's supposed to prevent gallstones, which is pretty common in general, but it's not to prevent, it's to break down gallstones. So apparently with the surgery you can get gallstones as well. So this is like a prophylactic way to just kind of like help you post recovery, like during your recovery stage, to help you to hopefully not develop. Okay, so this is the one I'm most excited to talk about because I think it's so real, and I follow a lot of like VSG pages. I follow a lot of like weight loss pages. I'm a part of a couple groups on Facebook as far as like people who went through bariatric surgery. Not only just my particular hospital, but even like just like a community of people that we kind of just discuss like what we're going through, and just kind of get inspiration. So watching those like VSG pages and like seeing people on those groups, you kind of like get like a fast-paced look at the journey. So I had this real like already this expectation for like how I expected myself to, like where I expected myself to be, how much weight I expect to lose, and honestly I am not going the route that I thought I was going to go. So I don't even know if I mentioned this before but my husband had the vertical sleeve surgery in October of 2020. So he had it right before me, and he is maybe 6 months out now, and he is down 100 pounds plus at this point. He looks great. I'll share a picture of him. I'm sure he won't mind, but looks great. Like he lost weight, like it just fell off of him. And I guess I looked at his journey and was like, oh, okay, well, that's gonna be me. Like I'm gonna lose like all this weight like too, and you know, the next couple months, like I'm just gonna be like where I want to be. And honestly, that's not the case for me. So like, just to be aware, this journey is literally like a mental, like it can exhaust you mentally to where you set these expectations like I did, and it can hurt you sometimes depending on where you are. And for me, I had this stall for 10 days, and I promise you I was between 2 pounds, and I'm just like, yo, I'm eating what I'm supposed to eat, and I'm eating too much. I know I'm drinking enough stuff. I drank, you know, everything. I did everything to the T is what I'm thinking. But at this point, I'm 3 weeks post-op, and like I said, I'm a part of this community, so I'm on the page like searching, like, okay, is anybody else going through this? Like, has anybody else gone through this? Like, is it just me? Is something going on? So it looks like stalling, especially around the 3 to 4 week mark, is very, very, very common. Your stomach's still healing. You still, it's still trying to like, your metabolism is still trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Like your stomach's trying to figure out what's going on. So you stall, but it doesn't mean that your body isn't changing. So during my stall, I noticed that I feel different and my clothes feel different, but the scale isn't representing like how I feel. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to start taking measurements. I was gifted some waist beads for my birthday in December, so I finally put those on, and then I was able to actually see some progress. All right, so I'm gonna share with you all like just my stats. So where I started before this journey. So I was never one, in my insurance didn't require me to lose like any weight. before me having surgery, but they didn't want me to like gain like a massive amount of weight. So I never honestly didn't lose or gain weight. I stayed at my same weight. So when I began, I started at 265 from the very beginning. Once like the day that I went in, the day that I signed up for surgery. The day that I went into surgery, I was 263. From February 3rd to February 8th, so on the 3rd, I weighed in at 252. And from the 3rd all the way through the 8th, I was losing about a pound a day. So by the 8th, I was down to 248, which I'm like, okay, I like this. The way this is going. Every day, I'm losing a little, like a pound. Fine, right? I stalled from February 8th through February 18th. I stayed between that 248 to 247, like just going between the two. Like each day, one day I'm 248, one day I'm 247. I'm thinking I'm making progress. No. It wasn't until, I want to say the 9th that I started losing weight again. So currently, today is the 22nd. I am down 20 pounds, so I am 245 to date, which I'm happy with because I stalled for so long. So I'm just happy to see the scale moving. But I will show you guys pictures. Definitely lost inches, okay? I have these shorts that I like love, and I bought them maybe like a summer or two ago, and I never wore them outside because I just never liked how I looked in them, and honestly after a while I couldn't even fit them. So I just was like, you know what, these gonna be my gold shorts. So here's the picture of me. This is me before I had the surgery. This is literally the night before I went into surgery, and the picture that's next to it is me now wearing the shorts. So clearly I lost inches, and I'm like, okay, so I feel good. And I took a few more pictures. Maybe I'll share those. So like, I encourage everyone, like, take pictures. Like, I also I started measuring myself. So and like maybe in my next video I'll share what my measurements and how I changed with that, because I promise you it's literally like a mental game. Like, you're playing with yourself if you're on the scale every single day. You cannot go by the scale completely. Like, look at yourself in the mirror. Like, look at old pictures. Like, take pictures of yourself and like just see, like, look at your body. It might have changed. Like, my husband tells me all the time, like, you look thinner, and like, to me, I can't see it. And you know, it takes a little bit of time for your mind to catch up to like what your body's doing, especially because it's like such a rapid process. But I just encourage, because if I can just say one thing, just for anything, I just encourage everyone to you know, really not get so caught up on the scale, and just save yourself a headache. And I would just do the measurements, and don't think too much into it, because I promise you that's me and that's my life. Currently, that's my life. Like, me saying these words to you is encouragement to me. So if I can help anyone, this would be my greatest advice. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm trying my very best to be as transparent and as honest and give you like facts as I can, as much as I know. And I just want to do for you all what I would want done for me. And I didn't have this going into my surgery. So for anybody who's questioning if they want to go through with the surgery, or just want to know like what the heck is going on or what it is, because you have a family member or whatever, I am an open book. So feel free to comment if you have any questions. Please subscribe, just to kind of like boost my little confidence and know that people care. Not that I'm trying to make like a career out of it or whatever, but you know what I mean. But I truly appreciate everybody who's been like messaging me, like commenting on my posts, like watching me. Like, it truly means like the entire world. Like, the reason why I make this now is because of you all watching. So thank you. And I will definitely keep you updated with my progress and try to be as transparent as possible. See you later.